Hi everyone, so this is my first, I think my first review video reviewing something from the Nook. So it's kind of weird because usually I can like show the book, show the cover, and kind of flip through and just maybe read a passage or give an example of something for you, but since this is my book, The Man from St. Petersburg, and it's by Ken Follett. Now, I have read many Ken Follett books in the past. I love Pillars of the Earth. Amazing book. He wrote a book called Jackdaws as well. Really like that book. And A World with No End, A World Without End, something like that. Also, fabulous book. Now, Man from St. Petersburg is set before the First World War. It's set in England, and part of it's sort of set in Germany as well, I believe. Was it Germany? I believe it was Germany. And there is a character named Lydia. She's like the mother. There's a character, Charlotte. She's the daughter. Lydia's husband is Stephen. Lydia's former lover, Felix. Those are kind of like the main important characters. And what happens is Felix and Lydia are lovers when they're young. Lydia's father finds out, and in order to save her lover from death and things like that, she ends up marrying Stephen, and he is an English lord. So she moves to England, has the baby Charlotte, move up 18 years. Charlotte's 18 years old. Charlotte is coming out in society, and she is learning things about life that she was kind of sheltered from by her parents. And I'm just trying to think of how to tell you. So 18 years later, Felix comes back into the picture. So he comes to England, and shenanigans happen, and Charlotte ends up meeting Felix, and more shenanigans happen, and explosions, and stabbings, and shootings, and things. A lot of the book at the beginning is all about war and war strategy and what's going on in the political climate of the time. Personally, I found it very boring. In some of Ken Follett's books, the ones revolving around the wars, like World War I, World War II, a lot of times he does have those parts where it's like, I don't know, Winston Churchill's talking to so-and-so, and you're just like, boring, let's get to the actual story. So, for me, a lot of this book had a lot of that in it, like the beginning, a lot of it, and I was like, oh my god, am I ever going to get through this? And then the story started to get interwoven, and that got better, and then most of all of the ending part of the book was all story, so I really liked that. So for me, as far as a Ken Follett book goes, I wouldn't say this was one of my favorites. I did like the story part of it, but I did feel like it dragged on a bit. It's not one I would recommend as being, okay, oh, you've never read a book by Ken Follett? Oh my god, you have to read Pillars of the Earth. But I wouldn't say that about this book. I wouldn't say start with this one, because then you'd be like, what? This isn't so hot. So, that being said, Pillars of the Earth, I would say 2.5 stars out of 5. I wouldn't read it again, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Like, if a friend was like, oh, what book should I read? That wouldn't be on my list of books that I would recommend. So, that being said, that was my review of The Man from St. Petersburg by Ken Follett. Thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and I look forward to sharing more book reviews with you soon. See ya. Oh no, how do I turn it off? Just kidding, I got it.